sorry about the change of the camera angle, but one thing I just wanted to say is I do love being Nigerian. I embrace my culture and my heritage, but parents, oh, that's life, bro. Right. What is poppin', people? It is Yogi here again. I might sound like I'm half-assed, but this is taking a lot for me to do this. So it's about time for me to tell you about my life story and how I came to become the person I am today. I don't even know where I'm looking. Hello. So basically, yeah. So this is basically my experience with my Nigerian parents. Alright, so for a while now I've been struggling with a lot of things. Whether it be, well, to be fair, just family, as you want to put it. So let's take it back to when I was born. Ever since the day I was born, I've always felt like I've had to fight. You know what I mean? I've always felt like I'm on my own. No support, no guidance whatsoever in that aspect. See, I've even wrote a list of. See, it's double-sided, and that's how deep this thing is, man. So I've even wrote a list of things that have made, like, not made me, but just got me into the situation I am today, innit? So I'm gonna talk about them things. First off, let me start from the beginning. So obviously, growing up, I am a Nigerian man in a Nigerian household. And for all you that know what Nigerian household is like, it's very patriarchal, it's very full of dictatorship. It's like you do what I say when you're told. There's no looking back from me. I'm always right. So obviously growing up as a child, I say some aspects that's okay, but in the sense of teaching right or wrong, and that's not good, because you kind of do have a misconception of your version of right or wrong. So you really are like just embedding your parents' perception of right or wrong. So I'll get into that later. So obviously growing up into a Christian household, Nigerian household, so this is very heavy. Religion, all this stuff. So got into high school, and that's when everything started kicking off. Obviously after I wanted to become something, I knew what I wanted to become, but obviously I was trying to please my parents at that time. I keep licking my, sorry. Yeah, I kept trying to please my parents at that time. Goddamn messages. And damn, I need to put more energy into this, bro, because it's a long story. So yeah, going through school, I was that guy, that sports guy that did everything. So obviously, from the day I wanted to stay at school for as long as possible to stay away from what we call quote-unquote parents, yeah. So then that's what it started. Obviously, started doing a lot more sport. So then I realised that I wanted to become someone that is involved in sport, yeah. But obviously, at that time, my parents didn't really see it as something that was important. I don't know if you could tell by the look and the way I'm talking about this, but I'm just fed up, do you know what I mean? Just very, very fed up. But I will proceed. Yeah, they didn't want to become a sports person. They were like become an engineer, doctor, all the nitty gritty shit, do you know what I mean? So I was like, nah, I mean it. Like, I want to do this, I want to do that. So let's start with the first instance of me. So in high school, I was pretty good at rugby. So obviously I got a scholarship for what's it called? Scholarship for Warrington Wolves Rugby League Academy, innit? So that's like one of the top academy squads for rugby league. And obviously I was really excited about it. Told my parents about the opportunity that could have been had, and they turned it down, said it was too far and wasted my time. Was number one. In that kind of situation, I didn't think personally that was the right thing to do. I think no matter what your children should do, that you should really encourage it and go full hard along with it, because at the end of the day, you never know what could happen. I'm saying like I'm speaking like I have children, but I don't have children. I'm only 20 years old. But like I just think like certain life experiences have led me to become quote unquote woke. Not woke, but I do understand what I'm talking about in certain instances. So that was the first one. So then going to college, picked my subject. So I picked physics, what I pick? Apologize if the camera angle's changed, but memory was a bit low. Yeah, I picked physics, biology. I think I did sports science and what did I do? I think something to do with physical education. Obviously, I got through the year and I was doing it. Like personally, I think I'm actually quite alright at physics. Of the mind, like just to wrap around it. Like I love the stars. I learned about different planets and what's possible and like how many light years away, stuff like that, and figuring out. But I just didn't think it really like resonated with me at all. I could do it, but I wasn't really interested in it. I say as well the rest of the sciences as well. My heart was set on doing sport in it. So obviously, so obviously, I spoke to one of my course managers. So she's called Becky at the time. Thank God for Becky. We rated. So thank God for Becky at the time. So she was the one to speak to me. Say, okay, so listen here. What do you want to do? What do you actually want to do? Like, forget about your parents and everything. What do you want to do? I was like, I want to do this. I want to become a sports person. I want to do something in the sports field, and this is where my journey began to trying to be the best that I can be. But obviously, I didn't really find my goal yet. So yeah, there it was. Then after this, I started doing more sport, staying back even more. And then this was always a recurring problem with my parents. I'm trying to distance myself just to make sure that I don't really lash out in the house because even my parents don't even know. Like I have severe. I did have severe anger problems. I'm more of a calm person now due to many reasons. I do have forms of ADHD as well, so it really doesn't help. Like my mind's going 100 miles an hour as well. Yeah, I can't really sit down and settle unless I've got things the way I really want them to be. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, this was it. And then obviously I started going to the gym more because I seen an interest in the gym. The gym was literally across from my college, literally like I'll say 30 seconds. So I got to the gym more, started exercising more, doing a lot of this and that. And then the first problem arose when it was, first problem arose. So this was during, I think it was like sex education, during for college or something like that. So obviously they gave us condoms. So I took the condoms, obviously, as you do as a kid. Um, took my bag home. So obviously they went through my bag. Again, this is where it's like another thing that I just really don't like. Yeah, they went through my bag, see condoms, started saying, "Oh, you having sex with prostitutes now? What you do with condoms? Um, at your age, you shouldn't be having sex. That's disgusting. Disown you, all that stuff, man. Do you know all just negative aura, man. Negative aura, and I don't fuck with that shit, man. Don't fuck with that shit, okay? So there was that, and then I took the initiative to go and I'm gonna bleep out some names actually. So my girlfriend at the time, let's say Al in it. So the girl, she was called Al, my girlfriend at the time. So obviously I went to go stay at her house for a while with her mum and that, obviously, because she like fully understood kind of what was going on. So she was like, okay, okay. I stayed with her for a bit. We chilled, did whatever, did whatever. So we did chilling and that. So obviously my mum started calling me saying, "Oh, come back, all this stuff, come back." It's bare balling on the phone. See my dad at the time. He's still my dad. He really didn't give a. He didn't message me, nothing on, no calls. Just my mom blowing on the phone saying, come back, all this, all that. So I was like, okay. Eventually, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back now. So I went back. Everything was fine. And then she hit the fan again. They hit the fan again. I think, yeah, it was alright for a bit because I knew I was going to uni as well in the second year. So I was like, okay, let me do what I need to do. Went to university, and then that's where everything's opened my eyes, isn't it? Oh, we'll get onto this in a bit, but tell you a story. So, got to university, really opened my eyes to see how different people are and different people act, and I don't even know what it was. I thank God for really opening my eyes, you know what I mean? And like one day I just woke up and something just clicked in my brain, and I was like, yo, I gotta start looking at shit different, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, what I'm doing now is alright, but let me try for more, man. Let me try for more. So then that was in first year of uni. First year of uni is when I really did realise that I did want to become a bodybuilder, and so my sole goal, the purpose of me is to become one of the best bodybuilders of all time. My sole goal, and I've said it to many people, is to become better than Ronnie Coleman. Do you know what I mean? In that aspect of just going and going and going and not giving up until you get what you desire. And that's the kind of person I am, and that's the kind of person I'm gonna die being. That's what it is. And personally, I think that my parents have been holding me back in certain aspects of trying to achieve these goals. But I'll get onto that again later. But yeah, being on my own and being with myself and my own thoughts have really made me more of a spiritual person in the aspect of believing in energies and auras, and I do believe God is there, God is up there. But then again, there's separate religions and all this, and I don't even want to get into this really, to be fair. But I just believe there's a God. If you pray, you pray. You do good by good. Don't try and sin. End of story. Pay for repentance, all of that stuff. It's all basics, despite you being Jewish, despite you being Muslim, or despite you being Christian. Do you know what I mean? It's all the same. The whole basis, down to the final point, is basically just the same. Pray, repent, and just try to be a good person to get into heaven. That's how I see it, anyways. That's my personal opinion. But yeah, that's what I live by now. And obviously, this has opened me up to be a very different kind of person. Is in, like, I just don't give up easily anymore. I'm always very, very positive, very, very, like, foregoing, as in, like, I'd like to get stuff done when it needs to be done. I try my hardest to do stuff, and if it doesn't fall through, then I always believe there's an alternative, and God is always watching over me. Certain instances so far has proved that God is actually really watching over me. But get into that again later. Right, so short, cut the long story.
That you
Can't speak. To cut the long story short, went to university, aced first year, bish bash boss second year. Was a bit of a myth. It was a bit of a myth. I had very little time to revise for a lot of exams, so me, I don't work that way. I don't work that way at all. So I tried my hardest to give it all I got, failed. So I was like, okay, what's the next step now? I already planned it. So getting on board with S&C course. For you guys that don't know what S&C is strength and conditioning coaching. So mine would be level 4. Obviously doing foundation to get where I am. So it would be level 4. So I think that's one of the top, maybe, for strength conditioning coaches. So yeah, that was there as well. So then with all that in place, I finally envisioned my dream of doing that, my bodybuilding, and also being one of the best or most prestigious trainers in the world as well. So hopefully being time with large teams like leagues like Barclays Premier League, the NFL, the NBA, one of them ones where you they know your name just by name, you know, or not by I know you just by face. They see your face and be like, okay, that's that guy who trains this person. You know what I mean? One of them ones. That's my ambition. That's my goal, and so obviously I decided to go forward with that, pay all this, pay all that, and I'm on this at the moment. So where we bring myself to today. So I wanted to go and visit my friends up in Birmingham. Not water. God damn it. 2-6. I've just realised the bed is blocked the door, so obviously I'm going to have to go get water later. But I was going to visit my friends in Birmingham. So I told them I was going to visit my friends in Birmingham. I was preparing for a comp at the time. So I was doing a lot of cardio, etc. So it was my first debut show. I was so confident about winning it. I still am to this day after this coronavirus stuff goes over. I'm finna kill it, do you know what I mean? So, but I finna kill it. But yeah, I was doing that, and for some reason, these guys were so reluctant for me going to Birmingham. Started saying stuff like, why are you gonna go back to the place you failed at? Why you're gonna go disturb people? They don't want you there. And I was like, how do you know they don't want me there? I've known these people for 2 years, do you know what I mean? Maybe a bit more, and you're telling me how they're gonna feel. You alright? But obviously, bit of shit broke out. I was going on at 1. Went to go raise his hand at me. I was just like, yo, hit me in it. Go on. Looked at me like, right, I don't want that still. But yo, my mum was going on at 1, just shouting bad abuse, you know what I mean? Just bad abuse. And I was like, okay, I ain't finna take this no more. I left the house. I went to go chill with my boys. So I came out that night and organised something, so I left the house. After I was texting him, I was like, yeah, I ain't finna be part of this no more. You man, stressing me out. You make a big deal out of nothing when it doesn't need to be made. I've put up with this for so long. I'm done. After having your whole freedom, you really do realize how much you restrict. I can't speak. How much you have been restricted, how much you have been held back. All right, start bringing this back to today. So coronavirus has come about. I can't pay rent because of money, etc., etc. So I'm back here. I told him to come here, say hello a bit, and then leave, innit? So that brings me on to my first point of. So now my don't see the picture. So I just think that the way my parents do act and the way that they do perceive things, that it's just very narrow-minded. Like, it's not very positive. It's very pessimistic in the way that there's always a bad. You always try and find the bad things and everything before finding the good. Don't really try and weigh options out or think about what potentially could happen because of this decision. Do you know what I mean? It's just literally go, not go, but just straight on. What I want you to do is what I want you to do, and there's nothing else about it, kind of thing. Yeah, that's why I just feel like I've just done enough. I've tried to talk. There's been beef. I've left. I've came back. I've tried and talk. Like, I'm trying to involve them, but yeah, I just feel like I'm speaking to a brick wall, bro. I'm saying, bro. I said I'm talking to myself. I feel like I'm speaking to a brick wall, man. Because no matter what I say, I feel like they're trying to absorb it, but it just comes firing back at me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to do this. Like, I'm trying to make content during this time, and all they say is, what are you doing? Why not getting a job? Blah blah blah. Can't you work here? Can't you work there? Etc. etc. There's unnecessary complaining as well. Just unnecessary complaining, man, for no reason. Like, there's just many threats to do, many things that they say they're not going to do. For years now, my parents have been saying, "Oh, ship you back to Nigeria, ship you back to Nigeria." That was 2010. 2011, 2012, and where am I today? UK. Right, next one. Just many threats. Like, I'll see yesterday, I'm trying to make content with my boy at his house because obviously I don't have my laptop at the moment, so what do you call it? Final Cut Pro is obviously the best thing for you to be using, so I wanted to obviously go use his Mac. We're chilling for a bit, doing whatever, just making content, and editing does take a long while, especially if you're making trying to make quality content as well. And editing does take a while, especially when you do it yourself. So obviously I've told my mum this many times, my dad this many times, but obviously, like I said, it doesn't sink in. They don't want to listen. They refuse to retain that important piece of information. So just threats like, oh, if you don't come back in 5 minutes, I'm gonna lock you out, you won't be able to get in the house, go sleep on the street, etc. Just stuff like that, like unnecessary things, man. Like, I'm 20 years old, dog. Like, I'm 20 years old, I look like I've got kids. Like, see this? I'm 20 years old, bro. Stress, man, stress. There's another one, like, thinking they're always right, no matter the situation, they're always right. They're always right. So there's no good trying to teach them. I'm sorry for such a monotone, like, I'm just fed up. Just fed up with it. They think they're always right. No matter what you do, what you say, they think they're always right. It's something of a dictatorship. I said, like, I don't want to be dictated to. I want to have a conversation. I don't want to be spoken to. I want this to be a conversation. Do you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's always, you do this, you do this, you do this. And it's not them knowing what's best for me. It's knowing what's best for them. How I know this is, so I don't know what happened. There was a certain thing that happened, and that was like, oh, you're trying to ruin my family name, our family name, trying to ruin my family name, trying to do this, trying to do that. And I'm just there like, okay, I'm not trying to ruin nobody's family name. This is what I'm doing. This is the craft I've picked to do, and they ain't gonna be nothing about it, man. She's a weird text, bro. Too much pride in the sense that you're in the wrong, they don't really want to admit they're wrong. They'll say something to try and divert the question in the aspect that they're wrong. They're very hypocritical in the sense that just to say not to do things that they do them themselves. It's very hypocritical. I can't think of anything on the spot right now because I don't want this to be such a long video, but I think you understand. In the sense of, That, and the biggest one is just, I just feel like they're holding me back from my dreams, man. Holding me back from my dreams, not letting me reach my full potential, and just bringing me down, man. So coming back from uni, I've really realised how toxic and how icky and disgusting the atmosphere in this house does feel. I know family's family and all this stuff, but I just feel like I'm not done with family, but just done with these people, man. Just done, man. Because I've tried, you know, when you try with communication and try, and even communicate even more, but then still don't get the picture, man. I just don't know what else there is to do, man. I don't know what else there is to do, man. For the day, man, I've been fighting on my own, trying to do my own thing, no support, no nothing. If I do try and ask for help or try and do educate them, or they'll try and find a bad thing in what I'm trying to do, or they'll be like, why? That's always the question. Why? Yeah, I said that. Yeah, as well, it's just constant white noise, man. All the time, I'm always hearing shouting. All the time, shouting 24/7. There's no need to shout. Like, if you want to have a conversation with someone, I don't understand why resort into shouting first. That person will help them realize. Obviously, I've learned this as well, but just don't like shouting to people. Just angers them even more, creates more emotion. So you're not really talking from your head. You're talking with emotion. So that's why I'm thinking, like, it's a bit mad. It's all a bit mad. Quoting the Bible how and when they want, or at least in certain situations they feel that they should quote the Bible. No, that's wrong. So quoting the Bible how and whenever they want, to certain to all situations, only certain Bible verses they want to be quoting. I think what I'm trying to say is that they can't pick and choose what they want to say to me from the Bible, if that makes any sense. I don't want to be quoting all of them when it comes to nitty-gritty stuff. Perception of right or wrong. I said this before. So perception of right or wrong. So me, before I went to uni, I think I was brainwashed to believe that to believe my parents' perception of right and wrong was the only perception of right and wrong. If you don't understand what I'm saying, going to uni really did make me realize that everyone is different in their own means. You really don't know what people are going through for you to be judging them like that. Yeah, just quite, like I said, it's quite hypocritical. But like my perception of right and wrong now is quite broad. In the aspect of I just do believe everyone is a good person deep down inside, and if you feed someone bad energy, that's only what they're gonna reciprocate. With me, I'm a very, very positive person. I've learned to become a positive person in many, many lights. It might be due to the fact I'm a Gemini, but I'm just a very, very positive, outgoing person. There's that one as well that all you guys know, comparing people to others. So you'd be like, why are you doing what this person is doing? There's many people at your age that are doing this and doing that, and doing this and doing that, and I'm sat there like, okay, right, why didn't you do that at your age then? If you're coming to tell me about why I should be doing that at my age, why aren't you doing it at your age? So here it is again about not accepting and understanding the craft, not accepting and understanding that things take time, and not accepting and understanding that to do little things now will impact the future, and like kind of investments for all the future, if you know what I'm saying. So that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, everything's always been linked to failure, man. No matter what, everything's always been linked to failure. Like they found out I smoke weed, but I just think it's quite, in the aspects of health benefits, yeah, I just think it's quite beneficial, man. You know, training wise as well, just keep you. I think it personally just keep you in the zone. It helps me just grind harder, graft harder, better sleep, all that stuff. Instead of spending a lot more on CBD, I just smoke weed. Simple as. But many people have different opinions on that one, to be fair. Yeah, I just can't be myself, man. Do you know what I mean? Like this one guy said once, he said, family is your best distraction because you love them the most. I half agree with that, but I do agree with the fact that it is a distraction. I come back after a good day of doing all this and doing all that. You know, when you just chilling, happy, got the things done. One wrong thing said ruins your whole mood for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You know what I mean, and the way that my parents are, there's always little things to pick on all the time, and it's quite vexing. Then come back to that, and it's like, oh, for God's sake, man, you ruined my mood. Can't be asked. Ruined my fucking mood. Yeah, so I'm gonna put this paper down now and talk. So basically, I made this video today to tell you guys that don't let anyone stop you from trying to achieve your dreams, no matter what it be or what it is, what the situation you may be in. There's always a way. Back against the wall, the only way is up from there. The only way is up from there. You've got to remember that, because at the end of the day, no matter if you do believe in God or not, there is someone watching out there for you, whether it be your God, whether it be your guardian angel, karma, the universe. You know what I mean? There's always something there watching out for you. I just think that also, like, my higher self is also being prevented from being unlocked due to the aspect of just no support, in the aspect of, like, I thank God for my friends and the people who on my Instagram who have trying to be who have been supporting me in many areas, whether it be money, accommodation, etc. But I think what I'm trying to say is I've got to the stage in my life now, I'm a big age of 20 years old, to just say I'm just done with it, man. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. I am done with it. The only reason I'm back in this house is because of the coronavirus outbreak. When I do leave this house, I don't think I will be keeping in contact as much with my parents, because, like I said, toxic energy, toxic vibes. People won't really understand. I don't know, maybe you may understand, but you may not really understand unless you do really live in a Nigerian household like this. I think it's more of emotional damage and trauma than more physical, to be fair, as you grow up. Yeah, I think that's about everything. Yeah, that's why I always stay positive and try and encourage people, even on social media, be as positive as possible. Don't really try to show as much is what is going on behind the scenes. Like I said, I don't know if you can tell from my demeanor and my body language, but I'm just done, man. I'm just tired of saying the same thing over and over again and not getting any results, man. Do you know what I mean? For anyone who's watching this video, though, make sure you stay grounded, though. Make sure you stay grounded. Do not let anyone tell you what you're supposed to be. Find you want to be within yourself, grow, become happy, and then achieve your goals, man. Because at the end of the day, if you keep grinding, if you keep grinding and keep doing it, then you're gonna get there. You're gonna get there. So I'm just asking for just a little bit of help in the aspect of my dreams and my goals. Like, this problem with my parents has been ongoing for a while. Like, I've told many people about it, but I've only just decided to voice my opinion out online now, because I know people are dealing with the same thing. You can get even the good end, all the bad end of the stick, which could be Nigerian parents, worse, don't understand, hardcore. Or you can get this side where they are Nigerian, but they do understand that they do want you to do well and thrive, and that they are very open-minded as well. Open-minded, narrow-minded, so that's really what it is. I hope you guys have understood what I'm trying to say today. Don't know if I have to say anything else. I remember doing a lot more of this sit-down talk stuff while quarantine is on. Because why not? You guys feel like when like my parents are trying to manifest them goals and their dreams upon me, obviously, and not really seeing how it really is affecting me. I'm not really wanting to see how it's affecting me, like I've said. Like, people could just say, talk, communicate, like so much communication has been involved. Even when I've not done anything or bothered anyone for a while, there's always something that's trying to come up. It's quite annoying, to be fair. Yeah. Like, even also things like piercings, that's become a problem as well. I'm both my ears pierced, of course. I did have these ones pierced, but obviously that was just a phase. I got over that. I did that and did more, but these two pierced, and I got my nose pierced as well, obviously, because I've wanted it for a while. So this one's just literally newish. It's healed now, obviously, but yeah, they've saying things, just things, you know what I mean? Like, just you know what Nigerian parents are, like, you look like a slave. These are made for people, slaves. That per people who are slaves, yeah, just calling me a slave. See what I mean? Doesn't make sense, man. Calling me a slave, saying that I shouldn't have this, saying that what people gonna think about. Oh, that's another one as well. Always caring about other people's opinions. I don't know what. For me, I really don't care. Man. I really don't give two shits about other people's opinions. What you think of me, maybe what you think of me, but whatever someone else thinks of me may be different as well. But the thing that matters the most is what I think of myself. The way you carry yourself is the way the way you carry yourself is the way that people are going to look at you. If you carry yourself in a way that is positive, humble, and you get stuff done, you're hard work, and then people look at you like, yeah, that person, damn, that person good, you know what I mean? But if you carry yourself in a certain way, in a different certain way, and that's how it is, isn't it? That's how it is. But I'm getting closer and closer to the camera now. Oh, but yeah, man, stuff like that, man. It's always just become a problem. They ain't finna let me be myself. When a carbon copy of what they were trying to achieve in it, when I said like that's not me. That ain't me. God damn loud ass. Also, privacy's been a big thing as well. No privacy whatsoever. Privacy is a big thing for me as well. No privacy whatsoever. So that thing about going madness. That thing about going through my bag, etc. Like there shouldn't. Don't really know why. Like going through it bad for me, like it's just like an invasion of privacy. Despite the fact I'm still a child, but still, why do you go looking for reasons to shout at me? Do you know what I mean? It's just kind of strange. It's kind of strange. But yeah, this has literally kind of been off the dome. I've written a few things down, but just quick points to be made. But yeah, this is my experience, man. It's my experience with Nige parents, man. No, there's this disclaimer: all Nige parents are the same. Not all Nige parents are the same, but if you get some of you get a good batch of the bunch of it. Nah, it's not even like that. It's just all idealistic things, man. Old ideologies. They can't let go and they can't adapt to the times. The new times are coming about. That's literally just it. But yeah, going up for this for a lot of my life. I'm 20 years old. Obviously, like I said, 20 years of just this constant. So it makes sense that why I would not want to be at home, and why being at home just made me slightly depressed. But yo, they ain't finna listen and they ain't finna learn. This guy, my dad also say he's a man that doesn't really show emotion or says that he cares. There's always one thing he says, and that is, I've lived this life longer than you, so you should know who to listen to. There's one saying I do not agree with as well, because the age of the person does not determine life experiences. Like I said, I am 20 years old, but I do feel like I have a lot of life experience in aspects of dealing with people and knowing what to say, when to say, and looking at the bigger picture, sitting back and obviously observing and seeing how things unfold, and then obviously acting upon that. But there's obviously another thing as well. So basically, my pops would say, says that as long as you have a father or a mother or your parents are alive, then you always are to be treated like a child. Don't know where that come from, but that is quite a funny statement. So he says, my grandma is 85 or something like that. He says that she still speaks to like a child. See, I don't believe that's the way it should be. I believe that's just quite backwards, and I believe that is just very patronizing in that sense, where it's just like you're never gonna grow up. You're never gonna see you as adult. Do you know what I mean? Never gonna see you as adult that you can make your own decisions. I'm always gonna see you as that kid. Nah, I'm not on that, bro. Not on that at all. Don't believe in that whatsoever. Just things like that, man. Saying things like, oh, pity you, or you're failure. I don't want to become like these people. Like, this is what I mean. Like, they don't know what kind of person I am as a person. Because I really don't. I really stopped telling my parents about it. I never really did, to be fair, because of the way they acted. So it really kept me reserved. But even now, I'm even more of a reserved, because I just don't want to hear the bullshit that comes out of the mouth. tell them something, they'll put it down. But like, why do you want to do this? It's not a good idea. Blah blah blah. This, that, this. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just not really on telling them anything anymore. And they ask me, why do you not tell us things? Because I don't want to. I don't have to. Because if I do, you always find a bad thing about it. Don't really want to praise a good thing about it. It's always a bad thing. Always pessimistic. I'm an optimistic person. I do not want to try and thrive. I can't thrive in this household. Cannot thrive at all. Nope. But yeah, I think that's about it, to be fair. Yeah, that is literally about it. So, guys, I'm going to do more videos like this, so make sure you subscribe. This is my experience with my Nigerian parents. Peace out. Pray for me. Go for my Instagram, my Twitter, my Snapchat should be somewhere as well. Yeah, one of them ones. So, peace out. Stay blessed. Come on.